A world-renowned blues juke joint and a Bessemer landmark goes up in flames. Gibbs Place was open to musicians of all ages from all backgrounds and has hosted some of the most talented artists in the country in a unique environment. The Friday night fire burned one of the buildings at Gibbs Place. The owner, Henry Gibson, was inside when the blaze began, but he escaped unharmed. However, he lost some irreplaceable guitars. When it comes to following Alabama's sentencing guidelines, judges here only follow those rules half the time. Now, that's according to a new study from the state sentencing commission. And here's where it gets really interesting. That same study shows a third of the sentences actually exceed the guidelines. Published reports also show Jefferson County judges tend to overrule jury verdicts more than any other state when it comes to death sentences, particularly when jurors opt for life sentences over the lethal injection chamber. While the guidelines were created for judges to consider, they are not required to follow them. Still no trial date for Joran Vandersloot, the prime suspect in the disappearance of Natalie Holloway. He's currently being held in a Peruvian prison on unrelated murder charges. But that is not stopping journalists, tabloids, authors, and even film directors from offering their 2 cents on whether the Dutchman is guilty of killing Stephanie Flores or the Mountain Brook teen. Last week, a Dutch filmmaker announced he's releasing a fiction movie called Me and Mr. Jones on Natalie Holloway Island in the fall. There's also an endless stream of books hitting store shelves not just in the U.S., but really around the world. The latest, Portrait of a Monster, Joran Vandersloot, A Murder in Peru, and the Natalie Holloway Mystery. Authors Lisa Pulitzer and Cole Thompson say that they researched both the Holloway and Flores cases thoroughly to compile the book. They say they've used reports from Peru's chief homicide detective, and he says he can prove Vandersloot killed Flores. In a conclusion to one of the most shocking criminal trials and verdicts in U.S. history, the woman at the center of the Caylee Anthony murder case is a free woman tonight. Casey Anthony slipped out of an Orlando jail overnight, avoiding a throng of protesters still outraged that she's a free woman. As Karen Brown reports, there are major concerns about her safety.
Orlando, Florida.
Alabaster police are looking into whether a domestic incident led to the Friday stabbing deaths of a woman and her 8-month-old baby at a Highway 31 motel. Officers have yet to formally release the names of the victims, both of whom died Friday morning. Employees called police moments after seeing the suspect leaving a hotel room covered in blood. Right now, Terrence Patterson from Louisiana is charged with capital murder in the deaths. No word yet on when he's expected to appear in court for an initial preliminary hearing. Well, so much for that brief reprieve from the hot and muggy weather. After a Saturday that was almost cool for the better part of the day, the rising temperatures and humidity returned with a vengeance. You are looking live now at the city of Birmingham through our tower cam. And Ted, it's kind of nice to see the sunshine back, but gosh, yesterday was so nice.
You know, once that sun came out, though, it got rid of that nice weather.
Yeah.
Well, we're calling it nice because that cloudy, gloomy weather was a little bit of a break. It's been too much of the routine, but that routine is...
A quick reminder, tomorrow is the deadline to register for federal disaster assistance. Now, the original June 27th deadline was extended by 3 weeks at the request of Governor Robert Bentley. If you need information on what to do to register with FEMA or the Small Business Administration, log on to our website, cbs42.com. There you'll find links to all of the websites, phone numbers, and background information on how to get help. Well, the days of freedom are about to end for children, but for parents, they're about to begin. CBS 42's Caitlin McCauley caught up with parents and kids as they get ready for the new school year. And if you really want a deal, wait for the Alabama tax-free weekend. It is coming up August 5th through the 7th. Well, still ahead, the role Alabama is playing in the training of Afghan women and their quest to be military fighter pilots. Plus, new fallout for media baron Rupert Murdoch as his right-hand woman gets arrested in connection with a spreading scandal over tabloid phone hacking. And why more parents are being urged to keep a close eye on their children's video games. We'll be right back.